Hiya, folks. I wanted to take a second to apologize, first off, for not having anything out for the last week and a half or so, until the one I finally threw up, I think, yesterday. My computer bit the big one. I have no idea what happened or how it happened. All I know is something went in and changed all the privileges on like 90% of my files, and nothing was working. I blamed it on Windows 10. I was wrong. Because I uninstalled Windows 10 and I still had the issue. And tried to fix it, couldn't fix it. So I took, handy dandy here, that was my original before I upgraded to Windows 10. Put that back in, had the same problem. How did I know I had a problem? I bought a new printer. Couldn't print from it. Said I didn't have permission to print. I'm the administrator, the only administrator on the account, and I didn't have permission to print. After Googling billions of places, trying everything it said, none of it worked. So even though I had the old one in and I was running off of Windows 7 and the configuration I had before that worked, still couldn't get it to work, I decided to do something unique. I thought, well, I have 2 copies of my hard drive, of my C drive, with everything on it, right? So what I did was I took the older version, this one, and did what's called a reinstall without actually reinstalling. The Windows disk that I have has an option for upgrade that you can actually run from within Windows. So that's what I did. I chose upgrade. And it literally took me back to the very beginning of Windows. And that looked like that was going to be such a pain in the butt. I said, no, that's not going to work. Took it out, put the other drive back in, and thought, well, if I can do the upgrade there, I can do the upgrade here. So why do the upgrade? I'm not going to bother with an upgrade because it's still going to have issues. That meant I had to reinstall half my software anyhow. So I did a complete raw new reinstall. Oh my God. That caused more problems than I could ever imagine. None of my drivers were up to date. I couldn't install half the software because my drivers weren't up to date. And even though I have Driver Detective, didn't help. It just screwed it up so bad I couldn't do anything with it. So I said, screw it. Spent a day on that until I finally gave up and said, no, that's not going to work. Put this one back in. Did my upgrade. Went through and decided to just piecemeal it. Screw it. I was already screwed. Nothing was working right. Might as well just piecemeal it. 596 updates to Windows. That's not counting any drivers. 596 updates just to Windows. It took all day Friday and Saturday to finish. Yeah, just to update. That's it. I figured, screw it. I ain't doing anything else. Might as well. Finally got it all updated. Got all of the recent updates, all the patches, all the things for security updates, and blah, 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 blah. Windows.NET 3.5. Windows.NET 4.0. Windows.NET blah, 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 blah. Upgraded, in fact, started out with Windows Internet Explorer 8 and had to go all the way through to 11. Got it all finished, got all the updates installed, realized what programs weren't working and why, because it still didn't fix some of the program data in the registry. Even though it was a new registry, it still kept some of the old program data. Don't know why. Probably because it was an upgrade. So what I did was I used a couple of programs, and I'm going to tell you what they were simply because they were lifesavers. Now I got to pull this out of the way so I can see which ones they were, because I know the names, but I want to get it right for y'all. These are the programs that I found that I couldn't live without. One was Perfect Uninstaller. That's literally its name, Perfect Uninstaller. That was a lifesaver. It takes forever. But if you want to completely uninstall a program, don't run and uninstall from Windows, the control panel. All that does is do the uninstall that the program gives you to use. Software developers don't want you to completely uninstall their software. They want to keep all kinds of crap buried in your registry. The regular uninstall leaves all that crap buried in your registry. So I use Perfect Uninstaller. It takes a good 15 minutes, maybe even 20 sometimes, to uninstall a program. Yeah, but it goes through all of your registry. Any registry item that it can find that has anything to do with that program, it deletes it. Then it goes and scours your hard drive for any leftover programs or directories or files or anything else that's left on your hard drive because it wanted to. And it deletes them. It gives you a complete clean uninstall like the program never existed. You can't find that other than there's one called the Revo uninstaller. Not bad. Perfect Uninstaller. Better. So you want to get rid of a program, you got to do that. You want to get rid of the registry entries it makes, you got to use that. Otherwise, the registry entries will stay there, and if they're locked, like mine was, you still can't use the program when you're done. So, that's one. The second thing I used was CCleaner. A lot of people call it CC Cleaner. I don't know why, just because it starts with two C's, but the second C is start of the word cleaner. So, anyhow, CCleaner. Also a good program because it'll go through and check all of your tables and all your files and all of your leftover crap that Internet Explorer or Chrome or any of that stuff it has laying around, all your cookies, all that other crap. Cleans all that off. Nice thing. It also does the registry check to see if there's any leftover registry entries that don't belong to anything or shouldn't be there. Doesn't do a bad job of that. Not perfect, but it does better than nothing, and it's free. I also have something called the AVS Registry Cleaner. Now, that costs money, but it's cheap, so it's not a big expenditure. I think it was like $20, something like that, and you get a couple of programs. But I use that for my registry cleaning because it's a little more intensive. It goes a little deeper and also finds any extra files that may be associated to the registry entries that are left there from other crap that might have been found. Deletes all that stuff. So those two programs are a must-have. You absolutely have to have them. If you can't afford AVS Registry Cleaner, at least get the CCleaner, okay? And what was the last thing? I don't remember. One other thing I did. This doesn't have anything to do with the program. The Logitech C920 webcam that I use. Number one, their install program sucks. Someone needs to go over to Logitech, find whoever's in charge of this place, and slap them upside the head with a dead fish or something, because they're just idiots. One of the biggest problems that I had, and could not figure out what it was because, well, outside of the fact that it locks its own files, one of the things I found was it will only recognize 16 mega memory. That's it. I'm sorry, 16 gig. 16 gig of memory. I have 24. I had to take 8 out. Why? Because Logitech said my system wasn't up to snuff. It said it didn't have the proper things. What was the exact error message? I can't remember now, but it was very condescending. Your computer doesn't seem to be up to our standards for our software because I had more memory than you can use. This is a beast machine here. I mean, this is an over-tweaked Intel i7 that's running at 4200. I've got almost 10 gig of storage space. Like I said, 24 gig of memory, and it's DDR3 super awesome fast. I forget the numbers on it. I have it in my little thingy that's on my thingy. On my channel. It's probably down here somewhere. And it was telling me that my computer wasn't up to snuff. You know what? Here, Logitech, take that. Double dose. Because you're assholes. The Logitech mouse? Yeah. It didn't want to install because you already have a Logitech mouse installed. duh, I want to update the drivers. I want to update the software. And it was running update from your own frickin' program. Assholes. The only thing that actually worked first off was my G19 keyboard. That worked. And my beautiful microphone. I love my microphone. So I had to uninstall my Pinnacle Studio 18. I run Pinnacle Studio 18 Ultimate. I had to uninstall it, reinstall it. That took about an hour, actually. I had to reinstall XSplit. I'm not sure if it's working right. I guess we'll find out if this video works. I had to uninstall and reinstall my Audacity program. I use Zoom Player to watch my videos on because it has a better freeze frame on it, and it allows you to zoom in because it's called Zoom Player. I had to uninstall and reinstall that. My Win TV for my TV card, I had to reinstall that, uninstall and reinstall, including all the drivers, and do all the updates. So yeah, I've been a busy little camper over the weekend, and here it is Monday, Labor Day. It's a holiday for us here in the U.S., and I'm spending it, instead of out by the pool having fun and drinks, catching up on my videos, because I felt guilty for you guys not having videos. So I apologize. I also want to take a quick moment before I go back to this and say thank you to all my new subscribers. I am at 212 now. I never expected 212. I mean, there are people out there that I've followed that it took them a year to get to 100. And dudes, you guys have made me so happy, because I've only been doing this for 9 months? 9 months? And I'm already at 212. Thank you. And I get new ones every day or so. And my Twitter feed, every time I look around, I'm getting a new follower on Twitter. They're not huge. I don't have a whole lot of followers. But it's so nice when I look and see it. It just makes me so happy, because it's like, oh, one more person's having fun. And that's the only reason why I'm doing this. That's the only reason why I took so much time and effort on fixing this thing as quickly as I could, and taking my whole weekend to do this. Because, well, I know that there are people that I'm making maybe put a little smile on their face. Even if it's only a couple of hundred, that's a couple of hundred people I'm making smile. And that's all I need for motivation. That's it. So, there you go. Now you have what I've been doing over the weekend. I also use, what was the name of that program? It is, hold on, give me a second here. One is Ease US Partition, and Reflect. Reflect is the one. Reflect is my partition manager that I run to, because it literally allowed me to, once I got this up and running perfect, and it's perfect now, to just do a clone back to my other drive. I had to use my Easy US partition to get rid of all the partitions on it first. Then I ran my Reflect, cloned it over. Runs beautiful. Runs beautiful. So, there you have it. That's all the wonderful things that I did. And I run McAfee as my antivirus and so forth. If it was a virus that I got somewhere along the line that did all that change to my registry and locked all those files, McAfee, you failed. You failed miserably. Still running McAfee. I'm still doing research on what caused that. I've sent several reports and emails and copies of my registry and copies of my file listing and so forth and so on to McAfee, saying, hey, dudes, figure out what the hell went wrong, because you guys didn't catch it. And they're supposed to be top of the line. Well, I know that there's Norton lovers out there. I ran Norton for 10 years. Until it started taking up more processes than the operating system itself. And then I stopped using Norton, because, Norton, you're just taking too much. So, enough of that. I think I'm going to end this here. I just want to let you guys know what's going on and fill you in on all the trials and tribulations and fun and joy, and this thing keeps dying on me, of what I've been up to and why I haven't been posting any videos, and now you know. And I apologize, but I'll try not to make it happen again, or let it happen again, which reminds me, I wanted to show you, oh, here it is. 2 terabyte drive. Little USB 3.0, little puppy. It was like $69 on sale at Best Buy. Go get one, by the way. I made a complete and total backup of my entire system, all my files. And believe it or not, it actually fit on that drive. I got 10 gig of storage space. I'll bet you a good third and a half, or whatever, half of a third plus, you know what I mean, is used by files. And it fit all that on that drive. So go get one. If you don't have one, they're only like $60-$70. All right. I've blabbered enough. Let's just wait and see if this worked. If it did, great. And if it did great, then you know what? There'll be another video immediately following this of more from Tales from the Borderlands. How awesome will that be? Side note, I'm using my XSplit to record all this on, and my microphone is in a separate file, of course, with Audacity, and I guess we'll find out whether or not that worked. If it did, I'll do another Borderlands video with this. Depending upon how well it goes, if it goes well and I can edit it in my Pinnacle software, I might do the other one my other way, where I get the webcam or the camcorder up there and record everything separately, including using fraps for the gameplay. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see how this works out. I want to eventually work back up to the quality I had. Okay? All right, cool beans. Till the next time, you folks have a great one. Grab a cup of hot chocolate or a cup of coffee. Don't forget, if you're going to get coffee, get it in the Swing Point kitty cup. And tell Swing Point I said that. I'll see you guys in the next video. You have a good one. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye.